Welcome to Beyond the Headlines on the WMD Plus app, where we break down today's local news stories with our very own reporters. I'm Cameron Main, and today we'll be going over a meeting held today that explains the future of Paradise Casino. Then we are giving you a first-hand look at roads in our WMBD storm trackers. We continue to get snow through the night. And last week, we hear about a beloved school resource officer at District 87 that's retiring. Our first big local story of the day, a meeting held by the Illinois Gambling Board Wednesday morning discussing the future of the Paradise Casino in East Peoria. WMBD's Alex Berger joins us now. Alex, what was in today's meeting and what did it have to do with Paradise?
Yes, so Illinois Gambling Board holds regular meetings to discuss different legislature, to go over certain agenda items, as most councils and boards do. But today was a pretty important one, as we haven't heard a lot about the Paradise Casino and Boyd Gaming, their parent company. So today was a discussion, not an action, but a discussion about what will happen to the Paradise Casino, which currently sits in East Peoria, obviously because of the thing I'll get into here in a little bit, but they sit on water currently. And there's been discussion on whether or not they'll go to Peoria, they'll go to East Peoria. Well, a proposal came forward today from their parent company, Boyd Gaming, which basically said they want to keep the casino in East Peoria. As you can see there, that's the rendering of it. And they will be building, they want to build a small moat underneath to make it seem, or to make it technically on water.
Right, okay.
But it would just basically be a new addition, 29,000 square feet in additions, to be quite correct.
How much is that in meters?
That's you got me there, in kilometers and stuff.
In kilometers, yeah.
But this is if this goes through, this would be one of the larger developments we would see. It would take about 31 months to construct. It's got so much going on. It's got like a steakhouse, it's got a bar, it's got a quick service restaurant, it's got a lot going on.
And this is going to be in East Peoria, because wasn't the agreement if they were going to do land-based, they would have to build in Peoria?
Yes, so they have that small moat underneath is what they would want to do. And so that is kind of their loophole to get in there.
It's still water-based. So they
exactly.
Right, okay. So
Yeah.
what has been the reaction? Have you heard anything from other council members about this?
Our reporter Jack Bazikas was on the Peoria side of things. He spoke to City Councilman Alex Carmona about what they think, and they're not happy. Peoria is not super happy about this. Again, no action was taken. They aren't officially saying, "Oh, it's going in East Peoria." There is that's one of two meetings that have to be held. But Peoria isn't super happy. East Peoria is ecstatic. They love this.
Right.
Mayor John Call was actually in the presentation video that Boyd Gaming presented today, talking about how much he loves it.
Oh, okay, so what happens next then?
Yeah, so next, obviously, with the stipulation that was made back in the 90s, which basically said that if it's on water, it's in East Peoria, if it's on land, it's in Peoria, there has to be one more meeting. And that meeting is going to be in February. So they're going to have another meeting. That will most likely be the action meeting. So that will be whether or not they accept this proposal. It's $160-some million, which would be a decent amount of money, but it is something that they believe would bring a large revenue stream to the city of East Peoria and even across the river to Peoria. But it's still gonna take a lot of work, and there could be changes made to the proposal, and we'll just kind of see how that goes along.
Right. Okay. And it's really interesting to think about. This has been going on for a fair amount of time. This conversation of having a land-based casino in Peoria, and obviously the Paradise is like a landmark of East Peoria.
Right.
It's very important, and it doesn't feel like that neither side really wants to give up on that casino.
No, it really doesn't. This has been a back and forth for upwards of 30-some years, dating back to the 90s. Peoria did have the actual casino portion for a couple years until a place was able to house the boat in East Peoria. And so they've kind of each gotten Oh, well, Peoria got a taste, and East Peoria got all 4 courses of the meal for what it is, and obviously it drives a lot of revenue and brings a lot of jobs to East Peoria as well. So that is a big deal to both cities.
All right, thank you so much, Alex, for breaking that down. Well, I've actually got something I wanted you to see. A male pig named 6'7" was pardoned by the Miami-Dade County mayor.
Love it.
Never seen that county before. The pardon means the pig will live in a sanctuary where it is safe from being slaughtered. The mayor says the 6'7" pig will be a beloved mascot for the rest of its life. That is an adorable pig.
He's just sitting back.
Oh,
He's 6'7", shall not be slaughtered. Look at him. I want to pet him.
I do like pork belly though. So that is that's in some parts unfortunate, but obviously it's a really cute pig, and you know, animals.
6'7", Cameron says 6'7" strips of bacon.
Yeah. 6'7", a ham sandwich. That's what and look at, what do they call the pulled pork sandwich? The Reuben.
No, that's different. Is
that different?
Yeah, that's different.
Okay.
That's on like a certain kind of bread, and it's like a roast. I don't know.
Because we don't really have Reubens in Australia.
Yeah, I don't eat them often. My dad likes them, but
yeah, I've never had one before.
I've known people named Reuben.
Oh, really?
But I have only had a couple.
Maybe we should start a podcast talking about food and then just like see it just slowly devolve into insanity.
Yeah.
All right, well, when we come back on Beyond the Headlines, we've got Jack Pazikis live in our WMBD Storm Tracker to give us a first-hand look at how roads are as we get another round of snow. We'll be right back.
When we become.
Story of the day? Well, it's the weather. Central Illinois being hit with snow this evening, and we're letting you know how roads are looking right now. We have WMBD's Jack Pazikis. He's been driving in our Storm Tracker this evening, and he's letting us know how the roads are right now. So, Jack, where are you and how's it looking?
Yeah, hey Cameron, we are currently just got off and we're hitting downtown Peoria right now. We're on Spalding. We just passed Adams Street, and yeah, right now it's lightly sticking to the road here. It's not too bad. I've been out here for about an hour and 45 minutes, and I've seen it progressively get worse. But I think the worst end of this storm is going to hit a little bit later on in the evening. But as of right now, it's not too bad out here. I'm seeing a little bit of slickness here on the roadways, but I know the plows are out and they're doing what they can.
Yeah, it looks pretty crazy to me. I mean, I might be biased because I'm used to desert, so this is relatively new. But what did Peoria Public Works say about keeping the roads clean?
Yeah, Peoria Public Works, they're out and about. They run fully operational shifts, 12-hour shifts as of this morning. And I spoke with Nick McMillian, the communications specialist, earlier today about what drivers can do to be safe. So here, take a look.
The main thing is to slow down, use extra caution, and stay alert. It doesn't take a whole lot of snow to create slippery and slick road conditions, and it doesn't take a lot of time for road conditions to deteriorate. You know, what was once clear could be snow covered in a matter of minutes.
Yeah, so like he said, I mean, for a lot of roadways that was once clear could be dangerous. We actually just turned down this residential roadway that is completely covered in snow. I don't know if you could see it on the camera right now. I think you should be able to see it, but it is completely covered in snow. And yeah, it's starting to come down, so we're sliding a little bit. So I know they're going to hit those residential roadways once they hit about 2 inches of accumulation of snow, or if they don't hit that tonight, they're going to go in tomorrow morning to hit those residential roadways.
Yeah, I could see that snow. That's a lot of snow on the road. So what can we expect going into late the night?
Yeah, I mean, into late tonight, pretty much the same exact thing, really. Just be cautious if you're going to be out on the roadways. And like I said, they're in 12-hour operational shifts right now, so they're going to be out and about plowing all day, salting all night throughout into the early hours of tomorrow. I know our chief meteorologist, Chris Yates, will have more on what to expect in those later hours of the evening coming up here on WMBD News at 6. But yeah, for now, just here and about. It's getting slick out there, folks. It's getting slippery, so just be careful.
Yeah, it looks pretty slippery. I'm not necessarily looking forward to the drive home, but I guess, you know, in this country, you just gotta go with the snow, as I like to say. Well, thank you so much, Jack. And we've got actually another story for you folks back at home. Check this out. People all over the globe are preparing for Christmas, and here's a look around the world. Giant trees have been lit up around the globe, including in Bethlehem and Rio de Janeiro. A floating Christmas tree was inaugurated at Botafogo Cove in the U.S. Melania Trump decorated the White House for the holidays just 2 miles away. The U.S. Capitol Christmas tree is lit. Landmarks have been illuminated from London to Sao Paulo, while shoppers can buy gifts under glittering lights, admire inventively festive window displays from Paris to Stockholm, or visit traditional Christmas markets from the Czech Republic to Germany. All looking pretty impressive. Look, I can't be complaining about some of those decorations. You know, where I'm from in Australia, it's pretty much the same thing. We really do just see Christmas all across the board, just really kind of the same. You know, we've got the trees, you've got the baubles, you've got the lights. So there's a few things that go into it that are pretty much the same. And, you know, baubles are like what you put on the tree. So those, my producer says those are called ornaments, but I think baubles is the correct word. Baubles. My producer is talking to me, and she just doesn't like the idea of the word bauble. She really is. She was just so convinced of that ornaments is the right word, and sorry, I'm just going to have to disagree with her right on that one. All right, well, we've got one more local story for you when we return on Beyond the Headlines. Hear about a beloved District 87 school resource officer who is retiring. We got that story next. Welcome back. Another big local story of the day. A school resource officer in Bloomington is retiring. WMBD's Austin Feeman tells the story of the impact Officer Mack had during his time at the district.
Officer Mack, District 87 school resource officer, will be retiring come winter break.
He's the greatest officer I ever seen.
Mack has been an important figure for the children he works with. Students and staff alike will miss him greatly.
I'm sad that he's retiring.
I'm very sad to lose him. I'm excited for his next adventure, but sad to see him go.
Making sure whenever the students need help, he's right by their side.
What I liked about Officer Mack is that if there's like an emergency, he is here to help.
One thing he told me is that even if you're having a bad day, it can be switched around and it's always a tomorrow.
Officer Mack is great because he helps people and people like him, because when a kid is hurt, he goes to them and say, "Are you okay?" And he gives them a sticker and a high five.
As much as he helped the kids helped him too.
To see the growth and mature from one grade to the next over the summer, those are the things that are most impactful to me, is watching the growth and seeing them get more mature and watch them get bigger. Those are the things I really enjoy.
His legacy in all the schools he worked with will live on and help teach the next generation of students.
The kids are aware that he set the precedent that it's okay to have a policeman in the school, and that he's friendly and warm, and that he's on our team, and that he's trustworthy, and he's there to support us. So I think that will continue, that legacy of just being happy and fun and supportive.
We love you, Officer Mack.
In Bloomington, Austin Feeman, Beyond the Headlines.
Thanks, Austin. it's really wholesome, honestly, to see just someone in the community, you know, anyone in the community have such a connection to the students, and seeing someone, you know, who is a police officer, who is a very difficult job, and being able to connect with some of those kids is really great. And it was honestly, it was great that Austin got also so many of those sound bites from the kids, because I always love hearing what those kids have to say about, you know, people in the area, and they just always seem like they're having such a fun time. Well, let's switch some gears now. Well, as we all know, artificial intelligence continues to surprise us every day. McDonald's released an online commercial in the Netherlands that was completely made by AI, and then they took it down. Here's a look. The 45-second spot got so much backlash that the company felt just wasn't worth keeping up. The ad's music is a parody to the Christmas Carol, The Most Wonderful Time of the Year, with the lyrics, The Most Terrible Time of the Year, that plays over a quick montage of scenes of everything that can go wrong during the holidays. It is very interesting that we're seeing kind of more companies go for AI ads, but it doesn't seem necessarily popular. I know Coca-Cola just recently came out with their own ad, and I've seen that on a couple of times, and I've never really met anyone that's really thrilled about these AI ads, and, you know, keeping them made and creative and mainly made by humans, but maybe helped by AI. I think that's where I see most of that support, but I think most of these ads that end up being entirely made by AI, especially when you're talking about the images and the video and basically everything, you know, I think a lot of people say that there is just a lot of that magic is lost. Well, thank you for joining us on today's Beyond the Headlines. You can find all these stories and more over on our website, ciproud.com.
For breaking news and weather updates 24/7, log on to ciproud.com and download the free CI Proud to Go mobile app.